What's up, guys? It's your boy Scuba Steve coming at you live with another setup video, but this time for Monster Energy Supercross the Game 2. Now, as everybody knows, or you would know if you watched my last video, right? Go check it out if you haven't. Preload is going to be the height of your bike. So in this game, the lower the preload, the taller the bike, right? So that helps you in bends and stuff like that. So that's what you want to use for a lot of the smaller tracks like Indianapolis, Minneapolis, Seattle, a lot of bends, Atlanta, Houston, Oakland. You're going to drop your preload some. So a good setup for starters is going to be -2 on your preload and -2 on the rear as well. This is a pretty basic setup that I'm showing you guys. I run a KTM, so it might not be perfect, but you can plug and play. But like I said, this is a very basic setup that'll get you a lot faster than what you are if you're only riding stock, what the game gives you with the stock preloads. So for the springs, lower values, obviously more predictable and smoother, right? So for this purpose, for you guys, I'm going to say -1, -1. Now for me, depending on the track, I could even go to -3, or so far the highest I went up is 2. But for this purpose, for the front and rear for you guys, I'm going to say -1, -1. So for this, in the first Monster Energy Supercross, dampening definitely did change a lot. Helped out a lot with the vibrations and the whoops and stuff like that. But I haven't even touched it in this game, and I've been putting up some leaderboard times. So for this purpose, I wouldn't even mess with it right now until maybe they're gonna fix it with an update. I don't know, but you really don't need to do anything with this right now. So for the extension dampening, that's gonna be like the extension of your shocks, right? So the dampening of that extension of your shocks. Now, as you can see, if you increase it, it's going to be a lot stiffer, right? So I think a good setup for most people is just going to be -1, -1. I know it doesn't seem like a big jump, but it actually does help a lot. And you'll notice you'll notice like a subtle difference if you ride on this. There are some tracks, let's say, I'm trying to think of some with some bigger whoops. Maybe Foxborough or Arlington. They got some decent sized whoops in those. So you could bring these down to -2, -3, depending on your bike and how you ride that bike. I don't know how you guys ride, so I'm just kind of giving you the gist of it. But for most people, I would say -1 is probably just fine. Now, the big thing, right? Gearing. So far, I haven't rode any track unless it was on short. I don't think there's a big boost in medium in this game because the tracks just really aren't that big. There's not that many straights. The rhythm sections are pretty technical this year, so I like to get my power as soon as possible. So I run short. The only exception where you might not want to run short is Daytona, Las Vegas, and Glendale. But that's pretty much it. Every other track, I promise you, you can put up leaderboard times on short. With that being said, you don't have to believe me on this setup. So what I'll do is I'm going to back out of this, and I'm actually going to go to some leaderboards and just show you a little bit of what I've been putting up. I haven't been playing this game much, guys. Unfortunately, I don't have as many hours as I probably should. I'm only level 31. There's a lot of 60s and 70s, and I've seen some 80s on the leaderboards already. So don't get discouraged because you're going to learn at your own pace. But this game is actually really good, and you should definitely definitely work with your bike setups based off of that to make the best bike setup for you. So we're just trying to get this to load. So we'll come into like time attack 450 East, and we'll just go something's real simple track. We'll go St. Louis. Okay, so as you can see, personal records 57, leaderboard time number 5. So right now on 250s, that's a number 5 leaderboard time with that exact setup I just showed you. Nothing different, just riding around for like 5 or 6 laps, and that's what we came up with. So it's definitely a proven setup, so please check it out. Drop a like on this video, tell all your friends that play this game to use this setup and have them like the video as well, and please subscribe to the channel and help us grow. Thanks, boys.